Breaking news, I'm here in London where John Dalton, the creator of the atomic theory, has just had a second stroke and died. Now we will take you through a video of the documentary of his life.
Hello, my name is John Dalton. I was born on September 6, 1766 into a Quaker family. My dad's name is Joseph and my mom's name is Deborah. This is my brother and my sister.
Hi, I'm Mary. Hi, I'm Jonathan.
My dad was a weaver, so we were very poor. It was obvious that I needed to help provide for my family, so I decided to go to my local Quaker school. When I was 12, I started teaching there. When I was 14, I stopped school for a year and decided to be a farmer, but after just 1 year, I went back to teaching. When I was 18, I was made principal of the Quaker school. When I was 21, I decided to leave the Quaker school and become a math and philosophy tutor at the new college in Manchester.
When Dalton was at the new college, he joined a literary and philosophical society, which gave him access to laboratory facilities. He then expressed his interest in meteorology. Here is John Dalton talking about when he studied weather.
While I was at the new college in Manchester, I wrote a book where I put my findings from when I decided to start keeping track of the weather, which would be a habit for the rest of my life. I paid special attention to the atmospheric pressure and wind velocity. For example,
today is a very sunny yet windy day.
Now we'll go to a point in time when Dalton studied the many effects of red-green color blindness.
Mom, why is the grass yellow?
Yeah, Mom, why is it? I think you two might be colorblind.
I didn't know it then, but me and my brother were both born colorblind. Since we were both colorblind, I concluded that it must be hereditary, which I proved by doing a genetic analysis on my eye. That genetic analysis also revealed that I was missing the photoreceptor for perceiving the color green. From then on, red-green colorblindness had been referred to as Dalton.
Dalton's interest in meteorology and atmospheric gases led him to discover the law of partial pressure and the law of thermal expansion. Next, he became interested in atoms. Here is him talking about the discovery of the atomic theory.
From my interest in gases, I figured out that the smallest unit of matter as a solid, liquid, or gas is a very small particle. I borrowed the word atom from Democritus to label these small particles. From this, I created the first chart of atomic weights. I put this atomic weight theory in a book I wrote titled A New System of Chemical Philosophy. In that book, I introduced the idea that atoms of different elements could be identified by their weights. I was the first scientist to explain the behavior of atoms in terms of the measurement of weight. This led to the discovery that atoms can separate, combine, and rearrange in chemical reactions, which led to the third part of my atomic theory. Atoms can't be subdivided. My theory explained the compositions of compounds too. It explained that the atoms in a compound were compound atoms.
20 years after he discovered this, chemist Avogadro would explain the difference between atoms and compounds further, which contributed to the current model of the atom. Now back to Dalton with more on his atomic theory.
In my book, I also wrote about my experience that proved atoms combined in whole number ratios. I figured out that the molecules of an element are always made up of the same proportions, with the exception of water molecules. Later, I published an additional book to A New System of Chemical Philosophy when I explained that atoms within an element are exactly the same size and weight, but different from the size and weight of atoms in a different element. When I discovered that, I ended up composing a table listing the atomic weights of all known elements.
Dalton's theory consisted of 5 parts. 1. All matter is composed of extremely small particles called atoms. 2. Atoms of the same elements are identical, but different from atoms of another element. Dalton was wrong because he did not know about isotopes at the time. 3. Atoms cannot be subdivided. He was wrong because there are subatomic particles. 4. Atoms of different elements combine in whole number ratios. 5. In chemical reactions, atoms separate, combine, and rearrange. Dalton contributed to today's model of the atom through his theory. He figured out the basic spherical shape of the atom. Also, 3 of his 5 components of the atomic theory are still used today. Dalton also contributed one of the 3 fundamental laws of chemistry. He discovered the law of definite proportion, which said that when elements combine, they do so in a specific way. For example, table salt combines with 39% sodium and 61% chlorine every time. These three fundamental laws of chemistry are still used today by chemists. We will discontinue our program. After the break, we will have a segment about pigs taking over Europe. Now here are some pictures
of John Dalton's life and discoveries.